Hey everyone, this is Connor with Housebang.com here. I just wanted to talk about something super quickly. It's a scam that I've been seeing going on. I think this is super important to bring up because I've already seen it like multiple times, and I haven't seen it since like the past couple weeks. So if I'm seeing it multiple times in the past couple weeks, I think it's something that's relatively new. I'm not sure, but I'm seeing a lot, and it's a Facebook scam that I'm seeing. Of course, I think it could be on other platforms as well, but I'm just going to use Facebook as an example because that's where I've seen it. And it's where people list properties for rent. I'm sure they could probably do it for properties for sale too, but at least the scamming that I've seen has been like on properties for rent. And what they do is they take a fake listing, they create it with a fake profile, and then they copy and paste the information from a real listing, change the price so it looks like a super good deal. It looks like it, right? It looks, you look at it and it's like, oh my gosh, this is half market value. I need to hop on this deal before it's too late. They do that to get people to reach out to them, where I'm guessing at some point they try to get money from people. I haven't, of course, you know what I mean, I haven't tested that to see how they would try to get money from me, but I'm guessing it'd be like some security deposit or showing fee where they would try to get money. But essentially we're to talk about how to identify, fake listings on social media, what you could do. And of course, these are always just like red flags too, use your own judgment, of course. And, a lot of these ways are super great ways to kind of use it and make an inference like, okay, this really doesn't seem legit. I'm not comfortable giving this person any money. But yeah, so let's start off with, I'd say the number one thing is a new profile. And it's usually a profile with not that much information. At least the ones I've seen, it's usually somebody who just took like a profile picture, probably like off the internet somewhere, probably stole from somebody else, and like a background. And it's usually, within the past couple months, at least the ones I've seen. But of course, it could be an older profile. So this is just kind of a reference though. I've seen it with newer profiles. New profile, only like a profile picture and a background picture. Nothing in their feed that really indicates that they're a real person. Even like some every once in a while I'll see some Facebook friends on there, but I don't even know if they're real accounts either. So that's the number one thing. If you see a new profile where there's nothing really too much in there to prove that they're a real person, but it could be an older profile too. So that once again, just use this as a reference because they might be getting more advanced and making their profiles look more seasoned. But the second step is if the rent's drastically under market, essentially, and I guess if you're talking about someone selling a property, it'd be a purchase price a lot under market. But let's just use for rent as for example because that's what I've seen. So it's essentially like, let's say you're looking at a property in Beverly Hills and it's only $1,000 a month. That's exactly what I'm talking about. If you see a price per month where you're like, okay, this is way more affordable than all the other ones I've seen in this area. How has no one got this yet, right? Seems like such a good deal. That's a red flag there. That's, how they incentivize essentially people to reach out to them. I believe, I think they lower the price to do that. And that's the number one thing. I saw one, we have a Facebook for sale by owner groups where we allow people to post properties for sale that they're selling themselves. Sometimes even, if someone's looking to rent out a property too. So I saw a post for approval and it was like $1,200 a month in, a really good area of San Francisco, like, prime kind of downtown area. And I'm like, okay, it's $1,200 a month. That seems crazy affordable for this area. So of course that already prompted me to do more digging on it as well. I always like to check out each one of these listings before, they hit the page. And what do you know, right? Found out it wasn't legitimate. And this brings us to our third way. So kind of use your judgment, right? Fake profile. The profile doesn't really incentivize, show that they're a real person. A lot of times it's a newer profile combined with, a number that's under market. It looks like a crazy good deal on the surface. But in saying that, even if the property's price does seem, relatively in line, always double check on it, right? It never hurts. So the third thing is, at least the ones I've seen, a lot of them put the address in there. And of course, if you don't really have the address, you'd really never want to, reach out to them anyway, because then automatically you don't know if it's really a real place. But if they have the address in there, copy and paste that and then put it in like the Google or Safari, like any search engine, and see if there's any past listings for this property. And that's where they get their information from actually. So they'll take a past listing from somebody else. Sometimes it's a property management company, for example. They'll copy and paste the description, take the pictures, throw it on Facebook, lower the price, and try to get people to reach out to them. And that's the number one thing that I think is super important to check, because if you see that there was a past listing, look at the price. And like the one for San Francisco that I declined for one of our groups, I saw that there was a past listing for almost twice that amount. I think it was like a couple months ago. It's like super recent. So I'm like, okay, obviously the person who advertised it a couple months ago for twice that amount isn't just going to come out of nowhere on Facebook, cut the price in 50% and try to rent it out again at a crazy discount, right? So go check, always take the address and copy and paste it into a search engine and see if they stole that information from another listing. And once again, I don't really know at what point they try to get money out of people. I really think it's like a security deposit or showing fee of some sort, but I'm sure they could probably do this on any platform too. So be aware of it. Always verify listings before you reach out to them, especially before you give them any sort of money at all, or any of your personal information. Always double check on that. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about today. I've been seeing it a lot more recently, so just really wanted to bring it up over a video. But if you have any recommendations for topics for us to talk about over on this Housebang YouTube channel, make sure you leave a comment and we'll get to it. Thanks.